To unstow the crane and prepare it for a lift, first winch down and boom up slightly. Then rotate the crane clockwise until it clears the side of the bed. Now lower the crane boom down far enough so the snatch block is within a comfortable reach to you. Winch down to create slack in the wire rope and unhook the snatch block. Be very cautious when releasing the snatch block. It is heavy. Maintain control and do not let it drop to avoid personal injury or damage to any equipment. Although the Stellar crane is designed to pick a load at any degree of articulation, it is always best to have your boom as high as possible and have the load as close to the truck as you can. Be cautious of overhead power lines or other obstructions that may be in your way. When making your lift, make sure you have reviewed the crane load chart and fully understand the capabilities of your crane and where it can pick and place the load that you need to move. Whenever moving the load, try to keep the load as close to the truck and as close to the ground as possible. Only raise the load higher when going over something or when placing the load in the bed. Side loading the crane with the winch or rotation system could cause serious damage to the wire rope, the sheaves, the rotation bearing, or other structural components. Never side load your crane. Before operating your crane, you need to understand stability. Inside the crane compartment will be a similar looking chart to this one. It will have the percentage of rated capacity scores in the appropriate regions according to ANSI B30.5 load rating. The stability scores you will see on your particular stability chart were recorded when testing was performed on the truck when it was new and has no load in its compartment or load bed. As your truck becomes loaded with tools and equipment, stability is likely to improve. Ultimate analysis of stability is the responsibility of you, the operator. Stability is influenced by a number of factors including, but not limited to, ground stability, weight of the truck, and the angle of the truck. It is important to understand your load chart and the weight of the object being lifted. Your load chart will be located inside the crane compartment and on the base of the crane. Never begin a lift without estimating the weight of the load and calculate the position on the load chart. Once you have performed your lift and are ready to shut down the work site, start by retracting all extensions and winch up to bring the snatch block within 3 feet of the boom tip. Lower the main boom enough so that you can easily hook the snatch block to the stow ring on the main boom. After doing this, you should have slack in the winch line. Now tighten the winch line so the snatch block comes within 2 inches but not touching the main boom. Now raise the boom slightly above the boom rest. Rotate the boom counterclockwise until it aligns with the boom rest and lower the boom gently into the boom cradle. Use the alignment arrows located on the crane base as well as visually watching the boom as it lowers into the rest. Now raise the boom slightly above the boom rest. Rotate the boom counterclockwise until it aligns with the boom rest and lower the boom gently into the boom cradle. Use the alignment arrows located on the crane base as well as visually watching the boom as it lowers into the rest. Before getting back into the cab of the truck, be sure the air tank is drained before driving off, even if you didn't use the compressor. Now you can return to the cab and disengage the PTO. Reverse the steps we covered earlier, dependent upon your transmission and PTO type. Make sure the PTO indicator light turns off. Turn off all switches on the VEC control panel and release the parking brake. You can now drive off the work site.